This video will explain the Scripts menu option, Go to Home Screen. The Scripts menu will save you quite a bit of time if you use some of the features contained within it. But before I start talking about the first script called Go to the Home Screen, let's talk about the Scripts menu in general. These are all shortcuts and they often accomplish things much faster than you would on your own. Now these are all relatively self-explanatory as far as their names, and we'll go over those in subsequent videos for each script independently. But I want to show you a couple things at the bottom that we won't cover in other videos. Occasionally, when you open the program for some reason, it may not register your plugins properly, so you can actually come here. If, for example, if your audiogram says the word demo on it, that means that it wasn't registered properly. So you can just come down in the Scripts menu and select Register All Plugins, and doing so will just make that problem go away. We also can zoom in or zoom out, but that's very similar to or identical to clicking this button here, or up here you see the View menu. I like pressing F3 or Shift F3 to zoom back out again. So it's up to you whichever you prefer, but that's here at the bottom of the Scripts menu. Because this green bluish bar here does not exist on most other screens, so you may not see these little shortcuts and you may prefer not to press a keyboard combination. So most of the places in HearForm, not everywhere, you'll see the Scripts menu and you'll see the zoom in and zoom out feature. I want to spend a little bit of time on Caption Call. As you know, you can help patients get a free telephone if they qualify. And so what you'll do is click in the Scripts menu, this bottom area called Caption Call, and a little menu pops up here. And where I can print the form out and mail it into Caption Call. I can fax it if I'm using a faxing service such as MyFax, eFax, MetroFax, etc. You have to set that up and pay them a monthly fee of about $10. Or you can email. I'm just going to do that here, and you may have to expand this box. If it starts out small for you, just expand it so you can read it, and make sure that you agree officially to the contents of this message from Caption Call. If you do, I'm going to click I agree. Then it takes a moment and it will send it right to certification@captioncall.com, which is where they want it, and it will attach a PDF. Let's double click that and take a look. So we see the form is completely filled out, all ready for you, and even the signature of the audiologist is on there, or the dispenser. If you have in fact set that up properly, then it will pull that signature onto the form. Now I'm not actually going to send that, but if I did, it would record the fact that I did do that. By the way, just to cover it quickly, under the pencil and paper icon under Clinician, this is where you would enter your clinician signatures, and we have a different video that explains how to crop that signature that you've scanned and then insert that picture so that it will appear at the bottom of a variety of forms and letters. So let's come back here, and now that we've covered these bottom four that don't have their own unique video, let's talk about this first one here. This is the one that you might use the most often, because especially when you're first starting the program, you kind of get lost a little bit. HearForm has all kinds of different rooms to spend time in, and you may wonder, how do I get back to the home screen? Well, you'll generally see a home button from a variety of places. Let's go here, for example. I have a home button here that I can just click and go back. Let's go back to a little bit deeper within the invoicing area. Let's say I'm in a CMS 1500 form. Again, I have a home button, but there may be times that you don't see a home button. So from almost everywhere, I hate to say anywhere because there may be a few screens where you don't have a home button, or you may not have the Scripts menu, but you can generally press the Control key and number 1. I like keyboard shortcuts because it saves me time, or just come up here to the Scripts menu and select this first script, and doing so will get you back home from almost anywhere. Again, if you do not find the home button. So Control 1 just gets you back home. There's one other part of that I'd like to show you. Now your script workspace phrase or words here will be generally grayed out. I don't want you typically to be going into the scripts workspace, because that's an area where we do our developing, and you can actually make create some problems for yourself if you get into this area. So it's generally grayed out, but I just wanted to show you this particular script. We can, starting in 2019, all HearForm Pro customers will have the option, and we can add it to a previous version if you have HearForm Pro from 2018. But we can have it to where it's based upon your login or your privilege set name. And what I mean is, let's say you're assigned to an audiology group in your security setup area. Your administrator would help set that up. But if you're an audiologist, for example, we can have it automatically go to the home screen, but then go to a panel, in this case C6, but I'll show you what that means in a moment. So it may be a panel in the upper right area of the home screen that's more appropriate for your needs. Or if you are front office, then it can automatically go to the front office panel, or if you're an administrator or anything else. So we can really fine-tune how things look for you on the home screen. I'll show you what I mean then. So when you open, if you're a front office professional, you may want to have it go right to this panel here. If you're an audiologist, you may want to have it show, or a dispenser, you may want to show the audiogram right here. But there are a variety of different panels. Here's a dashboard. This seventh dot gives you just a full view of the visit history area, whereas the first one is very similar, but it shows fewer appointments, but we do have the ability to do forms and letters right from here. So really, based upon your login, either privilege set or login name, we can have it, when it goes to the home screen, have it select the panel that's most appropriate for your needs. So that's pretty much it. Press Control 1 or come up here, and you'll get back to the home screen from virtually any other screen.